Hello everyone, this is Bryant with SFOTsource.com, your premier guide to Six Flags over Texas. We're like mid-October and it is finally feeling like fall outside, so what better way to celebrate than to check out Oktoberfest here at the park. Now you still have a couple more weeks to enjoy Oktoberfest once this video comes out. They've got food, they've got entertainment, they've got decorations, all kinds of fun stuff. So we'll check out Oktoberfest. And then the other thing we're going to do is check out all of the construction going on around the park. So you've got Conquistador being removed. You've got Tormenta Rampaging Run starting to go up quickly. So very exciting time here at Six Flags over Texas. And I think they've got some other things going on, little tidbits here and there. So we're excited to check it out. Let's head into the park. This might be a small thing, but it's a big thing for those of us who have enjoyed Six Flags for a long time. They have put a flag back on top of Superman as the universe intended. Looking awesome. Good job, Six Flags. So ignore that gigantic crane in the back, but one of the things you'll notice as you're coming into the Mexico section is that La Cantina is now Los Dulces sweet treats. So they have churros and things. Unfortunately, the tortas are no longer, but I do have hope for some good food coming with the brand new Cocina Abuela coming to the Spain section next year. And of course, conveniently located next to Los Dulces is the Tostitos Cantina, where they still, on the menu, have the mango Tostitos pop. Let's see if we can acquire it this time. What do y'all think? Over and under? You gotta let me know in the comments before this next clip. I have some breaking news for y'all. Well, maybe not so breaking if you've been following the channel, but stop off at Tostitos Cantina. Very friendly team member, but the elusive mango pop still doesn't exist. So we actually have a brand new Mexico sign here, which tells you a little bit about the history of Mexico and when it ruled over Texas. Love to see the refresh and the point out to the original theme of the park. As you head down the Midway thoroughfare past Pandemonium into Boomtown, that is where all of your Oktoberfest happenings are. Now last year they did end up moving everything over here about halfway through, but this year it has found a permanent new home here in Boomtown. And essentially what they've done with this little bar area is turned it into like a shaded Oktoberfest party with the food booths over on the other side, the seating, the decor, live entertainment, all kinds of stuff. So you'll see that there's a little stage over here under this awning as well. This is where the Umpadelics, which is like a live music offering, the Tap Z-Keg and Last Time Standing take place. And as you can see, you got to be here early to do the keg tapping. That only happens once a day, but the other offerings do happen multiple times a day. So right here to the right of Macho Nacho, you basically is where your two food stands have ended up. They've kind of consolidated them into this stand over here. And then as you swing across this way, you've got this stand over here as well. So right here, kind of far across, is your first food booth. Let's run down that menu. So you've got the schnitzel, chicken schnitzel on a stick for $10. The bratwurst and a pretzel roll. You've got the potato pancake and the black forest cake. I feel like the prices are a little bit lower this year, but as you can see, none of this is a dining plan offering. So we're gonna call that the blue booth over there. And then of course right here butted up to Macho Nacho is your yellow booth. So here they have a little bit of different stuff. Bacon wrapped bratwurst, the Brauhaus pretzel, the Bavarian pretzel, cinnamon sugar pretzel, and the German chocolate cake. I don't really know how to explain the food experience I just had. It was really crazy. These are the two things that were available at the blue booth that I showed y'all. So this is the cake and the chicken schnitzel on a stick. And the yellow booth was out of everything, but we'll wrap back around and see if we can get something from there. Great success. The yellow food booth ended up restocking. So they did have the ginormous pretzel that does come with the beer cheese. All right, folks, so this was quite the experience to get this food. I told you all before this wasn't listed as being on the dining plan, but it actually was part of the dining plan. When I was asking, though, they couldn't really tell me one way or the other. I asked if it was discounted, you know, because you get your dining discounts as well, but I didn't get a receipt either, so I don't really know how it fleshed out, but I guess you can use your dining plan on these, and I guess you can use your dining discounts, but we're gonna try this chicken schnitzel on a stick. That's actually really good. Super crispy on the outside, really, really moist and tender on the inside. And, you know, you get a little bit of a lemon garnish, so you can put that on there, but other than that, it's just a really standard piece of chicken, but really good. I don't know if it's worth $10, but if you're using your dining plan or you have a good discount, you know, it's pretty good. They did replenish these pretzels, which is very good news. So if they run out, be patient. They might be replenishing. It is a little hectic out here right now. We're gonna try this pretzel with the beer cheese. Yeah, really well cooked and prepared pretzel. The cheese is really nice. It's not like the, you know, like your typical theme park cheese. It is actually beer cheese. Super good. Of course, it's fresh because we just showed up, but yeah, I really like that. All right, we're gonna try the German chocolate cake. Now this, I think they buy this in bulk from somewhere, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's actually really good. Let's see if it holds up to the previous years. Oh yeah, super good. Very sweet, so you have to keep that in mind, but fresh, not dry, and it lives in a cooler. So after you've eaten kind of all of your hot mains, you get this. It cools you down a little bit. Super, super good. So even with all of the craziness getting the food, it actually ended up being really, really pleasant.
Oh yeah, they're ready for a game of pure strength and sheer will. Oh, the little baby, who's to say?
The baby thrilled to be the host and see who takes home the silver stein.
Yeah, not to be confused with Shell Silverstein.
Oh, don't be good.
Hey, home! Wonderful. Good form, lady, good
Yes, keep those arms straight, no bent elbows.
Very good, very good. Now, what is the record for the men?
The record for the men is 7 minutes and 28 seconds.
7 minutes? Wow, I don't think they
Somebody
can do
can beat that record. Surely somebody can beat that record. It's 3:35.
No, almost time. There you go. Keep it.
Keep going, keep
Give
going,
us
keep
some
going,
encouragement.
keep going.
Give us some
Who
cheer.
wants it more?
No leading, no leading. You are out. We have a winner.
Right here to the side of the Boomtown Bar, they actually have a full merch set up for Oktoberfest. Of course, It wouldn't be a visit to Six Flags without the poop hat themed appropriately. They do have some other shirts. I feel like the Schnitzel Happens shirt is new, right? I haven't seen that before, but all kinds of stuff. A lot of it is similar to what we've seen in the past years, but I like this guy. He looks like he's here to party. They do also have the steins that you can purchase with the brand new logo too. Brand new Oktoberfest logo. And of course, here at the Boomtown Bar, you have all kinds of specialty drink offerings. We do have a full list of what is offered on our guide, which is linked in the description below. Even though we were here for the announcement of Tormenta, I feel like we didn't show you all Southern Palace really with kind of the finished outside, but you can see here, honestly, looks really good, and the way they kind of redressed all of the landscaping areas around it just looks really, it looks maintained, and it looks like there's stuff happening in here, which of course there is, so it's always good. Also over here in Old South where La Creperie was, which is where they had the crepes, it is now Witch's Brew, so just like your Fright Fest adult beverages you can snag over here, and this is kind of one of the more calm areas, pro tip. But also, I guess they have boba here. Boba over Texas. There you go, right along with the theme. I'm curious once Fright Fest is over what this would be called, if they keep it around as a drink stand, or if it becomes something else, or if it closes again. So over here next to Casa Magnetica is the Dippin' Dots Sunday shop, and boy, it has gotten a major makeover since we've been here last. Brand new sign, new paint, more substantial awning. Looking really good, and it fits in the area really well. It doesn't stand out in the wrong way, if that makes sense. And over here in Texas, you've also got a quartet of Looney Tunes characters in their Halloween best. But to the left of that, got a refresh to this merchandise stand here. It is now called Texas Corner. And it does look like, at least for now, Texas Corner is home to just whatever themed merchandise is out right now. They've got Fright Fest stuff in here, shirts, all kinds of other little things, but it's looking really good over here. So if you remember, for several years, this is where the entrance to the log ride was, Ellis Heredero. It has actually been moved back. This is the pathway like you're heading to Titan. So the entrance that is up that way by Casa Magnetica is no more. Make sure you come down this way to board the log ride. And of course, we've got to get some Spain construction goodness in. So Conquistador has been completely demolished. You see that it's no longer standing above its entrance. Try to get a better look at that from a different angle, but over here in Spain, pretty much looking the same. They did move the track piece out because it's actually installed now. So they've worked on the brake run, and they're going to be working on the lift hill very soon. And like I said, we'll move around to a better angle of that. I've actually come over by First Aid because you can see they've built out the final brake run like we were talking about, and these ginormous cranes are starting to go up, and these will be used to build the lift hill and all of those really gigantic elements that this ride has in store for us. But wow, even the brake run, it's like crazy just how tall it is, towering up over the First Aid building. Come up onto the exit of Flume 2, and you can really see what's going on with Conquistador, the fact that it just doesn't exist anymore. Really sad, and it you know, a lot of people have a lot of things to say. It was going to be a part of the Spain refresh, but the ride just reached the end of its life. So we'll have to see what else happens to this area in the future for sure. You'll have your new restaurant in this area. Of course, as we swing across this way, you can see that brake run coming in. You can see that gigantic crane in the background. And then your brake run comes down. So this leeway is into the station, which it looks like the station track's been constructed, and potentially the turnaround that will take you to the lift hill. I don't know if we'll be able to see that today, but we'll try to get a better angle. Lift hill hasn't quite gone vertical yet, but it'll be going up on the far side of this final brake run here. So they reopened Flume 2 after they did some refurbishment to the trough and things, but looks like the old style boats are still in there. They did order all of those new boats, but these are the old ones. They don't have the spacer in them. So curious to see what happens with those, but Spain's shaping up to look very different. All right, so I'm able to get a little bit of a different angle. You can see that there's actually track turning out, and that will lead you to the base of the lift hill. So a little bit difficult to see, but it is there. Progress is happening quickly. All right, everyone, that does it for this look at Oktoberfest, plus all the crazy things they have going on at the park in terms of, in regards to like your improvements, construction, all of that. I will say for Oktoberfest, I really enjoyed the entertainment and the activities they had over there. The characters were a lot of fun, the entertainment was high quality, and it created a really nice ambiance. Even with the craziness of trying to get the food and trying to understand can you use a discount, can you use your dining plan, it actually ended up being really, really pleasant food. So, you know, if you've got a chance, make sure you head over there and check that out as well. Of course, we don't do any drinking, but they do have lots of Oktoberfest related beer over there. One of the things that really, really surprised me during this visit is all of the little touches they're doing to the restaurants and the themed pieces to those. Well, I should say restaurants and shops, but like the Dippin' Dots Sunday shop. Totally did not have to do that, but it looks 800 times better. Same with the old Texas Hats location, which is now Texas Corner. A million times better looking. It's kind of funny, it's ironic because I actually walked past it at first and I noticed that there was new paint on it. I was like, oh, they just repainted the building, but it blended in so well with the theme in the area that I almost completely missed that they changed that. Tormenta Rampaging Run, it is going up, and if you want to see more about that, just go to our website. We do have a full construction updates page, and you can kind of follow along as Tormenta gets built. Of course, it's sad to see Conquistador go, but I truly am excited about all of the things they have coming to that Spain area. We're right on the end of fall. We've just got a couple more weekends of fall stuff to enjoy, and then we go into Holiday in the Park, which I know they have been doing a lot of prep for, so we're looking forward to that. If y'all have any questions about Oktoberfest or any of the things going on at the park, let us know in the comments below. We do have a full guide to Oktoberfest if you want to see those full menus, pictures, things like that. That link is in the description. We thank y'all for watching. Take care, and we'll see you at a theme park.